Joel, I'm curious, is your Christmas tree up and decorated yet?
Well, of course not. Kath, isn't half the fun like putting it up at the last minute?
Well, for some people it is, but I hope when you do put it up and take the decorations out that you're not disappointed because some of them have been broken since you saw them last. But if they are, our next guest may have the perfect solution.
In the nights before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature is stirring, not even a mouse, Santa's elves are busy working away to ensure that Christmas will be a very happy day. Elves like Gaétan Courchesne, a craftsman who celebrates the meaning of Christmas all year round with his one-of-a-kind Christmas ornaments.
It all started by accident when our kids were 3 and 4 years old, and me and my wife were in the kitchen and doing the dishes, and all of a sudden we heard a big crash, and we ran up, and they had pulled a Christmas tree on top of themselves. And at that moment we heard a scream, and I looked down, and my son, the youngest son, was caught underneath. So I just grabbed him at the scuff of the neck and pulled him up, and I noticed he had cut himself a little bit on the knee. Nothing bad, but I thought, geez, that's a stupid idea to have it in glass for kids. So, and I said, well, perhaps I should go and make them something that is unbreakable. I had a little shop, a little lathe, so I turned 2 Christmas ornaments out of wood. And during the Christmas season, we had family members and family over. That's when I decided to make a couple for them, and I ended up making 126 that first year.
What started as a hobby about 25 years ago now has Gaétan's full-time attention. He makes about 10,000 ornaments a year, each one produced in his basement workshop, where Gaétan reports for work almost every day, since he recently retired from Air Canada.
I spent 30 years there, and I just recently retired. But during all that time, of course, drawing was always a passion of mine, and I never took official courses, but I always drew, and of course doing paintings and drawings. Pencil drawing was probably my favorite medium, because you're only playing with black and white, so you learn a lot about the techniques. Even though I had no teachers, it was just easy to come up with. And after a while, I was trying to sell my work, but when you do one piece, it's only one piece, and then you can't recreate it. In a circle, it is challenging, but after a while, you get used to it. It took a while to adjust my eye so I had to do a crooked line to make it look straight, that kind of stuff. And yeah, everything, the composition is in a circle, so it's, but I mean, after a while you get used to it, and it's harder to make it square now, it seems.
The ideas for his paintings just flow out of him, he says. After all, when you have joy in your heart, as this artist does, you can't help but paint joyful scenes. There's a bit of Canadian history included in the collection. Images of landmarks around the capital and historic Montebello. Christmas has always been special for Gaétan. It was around Christmas time that he says his artistic career got a real boost.
It started when I was about 6 years old at school. I remember it's a country school, and we had a grade 1, grade 2, right up to grade 5 in one classroom. And I recall around Christmas time, the teacher asked if anyone would use part of the blackboard to do a scene of Christmas. And everybody pointed to me because I was the artist of the class, even though I was only 6 years old. So that gave me a lot of confidence. And it's funny today that I'm still doing nativity scenes and Christmas stuff.
The process to create these unique decorations is elaborate. There are about 21 steps in the woodworking alone, including 4 layers of sanding and several layers of varnish. The workshop is temperature controlled to ensure uniformity, and custom equipment helps with production. It doesn't hurt that Gaétan knows how to improvise.
When I first started, I used to do them all by hand. I had to turn the ball, of course, and then I would take a pencil and draw the little Santa one at a time. And I had to make them look the same as well as I was doing them. So it was very tedious. And after it was drawn on the ornament, I would actually burn all my lines that I did so that I could use acrylic paint. But it was long and it was tedious. It would take me hours and hours just to do a few. And then, of course, the demand just exceeded my capacity of making them. So I had to figure out a way to do it a little faster.
When demand exceeded his capacity to produce, Gaétan was able to track down a specialized printer that he customized. Now it's picture perfect just about every time.
It's like a printing, it's like any other printing. You're playing with three primary colors, being your blue, red, and your yellow. And the world is not perfect, so we have white and black at the extreme. It's not your normal type of printing, so you have to, there's several things that you have to take into consideration when you're making these. To hold the thing in place, you have to make jigs so that it doesn't get stuck there. You'll be able to put it in and out fast. So yeah, there's a lot of little invention on the way. It is not something that it's easy to duplicate because there's so many disciplines in it. It's not just the woodworking, it's the artist, it's the printing, it's the varnishing, the finish. Yeah, it's hard to duplicate. I have no competition yet.
The most popular ornaments in the collection are 2.5 inches in diameter. There is a smaller version and a few larger ornaments for special order, measuring 16 inches across and 24 inches high.
Those are unique in a sense because they're hollow in inside, so that preventing any cracking. When I do big like that, it's all done with a pencil, and then it's all burnt in with a wood burner, and then I do the painting. A big ornament like this will take about a month to do. The Baby's Furs is by far my best seller. I think most people, when they were young, they received a Christmas, or if it's not broken today, of course. But yeah, it's the first one, and it's. I think grandmothers they feel obligated to buy something, and the fact that this does not break is quite a good buy. Last year, 2 years ago, I had an accident with my thumb, one of my machinery here, and I almost lost the end of my thumb, and I decided at that time to change something about the making of it. And it turned out that I ended up drilling a hole right through the ornament, and that created a cavity in the ornament. And we designed a capsule, and we called it the memory capsule.
The memory capsule is included in all of the 2.5-inch ornaments now. Special dates, names, or family memories will be preserved for Christmas in the future. Gaétan's wife, Linda, has been helping to make memories for others with her husband since he started. She spends time in the workshop when she has time and always accompanies Gaétan to the Christmas craft shows.
It's been a nice journey. My God, it's been like yesterday, like we started that, and now he's still passionate about it. So I just tag along because it's nice. And there are so many things that Gaétan has in his mind. It's unbelievable. Like he's going to need another lifetime to just to achieve what he wants to do.
We work well with each other, and I think the ultimate is when we actually bring all our stuff and we go to shows and we show it to the people, and seeing these same faces coming back, well, it really is rewarding for us. I think I'm lucky. I think the fact that I can experience this, the fact that I can feel this from the people who buys them, and they tell me, you know, I'm buying this piece from my friend that lives in England, or this is one that's going to New Zealand. Seeing it going all over the world, I think that's quite, yeah, it's quite pleasing for sure.
Well, Gaétan certainly crafts beautiful Christmas keepsakes, and I can't believe how much work goes into each one, Kath.
I know, he and his wife Linda work year-round, like the little Christmas elves that they are. Can't wait to see what new designs you come up with next. Gaétan, thank you very much for sharing your time with us.